Hey guys, it's Ryan, the Tokyo Fun Hunter, coming at you from Tokyo, Japan. I just recently got back from a party here in Japan with a few of my friends, and we were talking about greetings in Japanese and what is the proper way. It was kind of a dinner party type of status. So we were talking about, the Japanese bow, which is a very, very, that it is associated with Japanese culture. Everybody knows about the infamous Japanese bow. So I kind of wanted to tell you guys for a second, what is the proper way? What exactly is the code of, what is the etiquette? What is the code of conduct? How should you do it? And the bow really, it's a big thing for first impressions. And, first impression is everything. And, in human psychology, basically, even subconsciously, we make first impressions between 4 and 10 seconds of meeting a new person, which is pretty interesting. You always want to have a good, positive first impression. If you have a negative first impression, apparently, this is what the experts say, it takes about 7 second appearances or second meetings to make up for that one negative, first impression. So it's always better to just have a good first impression right off the bat. So I've been living in Japan here. Just got back from a dinner party where we were bowing. We were also meeting new people, being introduced to new people, and I wanted to give you a little bit about Japanese bowing in general. And what exactly is the meaning of the Japanese bow? And why is it there? So, the meaning basically, it is forming a new relationship. It is making that first impression. It is a cultural-based system. The literal translation for the bow, and it's called ojiki, and I wrote it down just in case. Ojiki, which is like the traditional bow. That's what it means. Ojiki means traditional bow. And actually what it conveys is when you're bowing, you're showing the top of your head. And when you show the top of your head, this is where, kind of in Japanese philosophy, the source of your energy, the source of your aura. So when you bow, you're showing your complete self, your true self. It's a form of trust. If you've ever seen the movie Avatar, they always kind of talk about, I see you, I see into you. I'm not saying that it's had anything to do with Avatar here in Japan, but it has sort of similar meaning when you're bowing to somebody, bowing for the first time, and you're showing the top of your head. It's kind of more like, I'm allowing you to see into me. You can trust me. I'm being real with you. That's kind of the meaning of the bow, actually. It's a very interesting thing. Now, how to do the bow? Well, okay, so here's the fun part. So let's say, between 0 and 90 degrees when you're bowing, and, basically 0 means your body is completely straight. Okay, you're straight, your posture's good, your arms are at your side, you're looking, forward. So if you are, straight, you're just normal posture, and you're standing up straight. If you bow your top half of your body 15 degrees, in Japanese that's eishaku, and that kind of conveys, a smile. You're not smiling per se, but it conveys the same meaning of a smile. It's a very social one. It's easy to do. It's kind of like, in America, the nod of the head, what's up, man? It's a very, informal way of greeting. Now, the next one is 30 degrees. Now, 30 degrees is the most common one. That is it's more formal, and you're going to see a lot of it, if you ever come to Japan, you're going to see a lot of it in shops. In shops, if anybody says, omatase itashimashita, arigatou gozaimashita, when you say you buy something, and you take it away and you're on your way to leave, they're going to bow 30 degrees to you, showing their respect. Thank you for purchasing our item, thank you. 30-degree bow is the most common bow. If you ever have any doubts, go with that one. That's a really, really good one. The next one is the 45-degree one, and that's called the saikeire. I have it written down just in case. The saikeire. So the saikeire basically is much, much more formal, and it's pretty much like a salute. 45 degrees is a very, very big one for business. It conveys a lot of respect. Now, obviously, you can see the similarity with these ones. Each one goes deeper. The deeper the bow, the more respect you're showing. It's pretty much a form of value in a way, where, say, two businessmen are meeting. The person who has a higher status is going to bow less. The person yeah, with higher status is going to bow less, and the person with lower status is going to bow more, to kind of humble and show respect to the other person. It's the same thing with, like, say, a boss and an employee. The employee is going to definitely bow a lot lower toward the boss. Same thing if you're saying, like, you're a boyfriend and you're meeting your girlfriend's parents. Real situation, especially for me. I would show amazing respect to the family, the household, and the parents, of course. If you're meeting somebody who's is just like a friend of a friend, go with the 30-degree one. If you're meeting somebody that it's really, really informal social scene, 15 degrees is okay, but 45 is more of a business scene. It's more of a respectable scene. Now, I'm sure in movies you've seen the ultimate, the full, 90-degree bow. That is usually like at a funeral. That is like immense respect. If I was meeting the Japanese emperor, okay, I'd use the whole 90-degree bow. So the deeper the bow, the more respect it's conveying toward the other person. So if somebody bows to you amazingly low, it's a very honorable thing. It's a very like, wow, thank you. And I would, of course, reciprocate with the amount of bowing that's required. Now, when you're bowing, you're not bowing at the same time. So say this is one person, this is the other person. You're not bowing at the same time like this. Okay, you're going to hit each other's heads. Let the other person initiate the bow. Okay, so if they start to bow, that's going to give you, that's going to be your cue to bow in response. You're never bowing at the same time. So it is the Japanese greeting. It's a very, very big thing on first impressions. Without bowing, you're kind of conveying like you don't matter to me. My life is going this way, and you're going to see this a lot if you ever visit Tokyo, where it is people have that kind of like they're in their own headspace. They're always focused in front of them. They're not darting around or making eye contact with other people that much, and that's a cultural thing. So if you do, it's kind of like obviously I'm conveying value to you. I'm showing interest in you, and then when you bow, it really is I am making a connection with you. I am showing my aura. You have permission to trust me. You can trust me. This is who I am. It's a big deal when you actually show any type of emotional contact with somebody or verbal contact, and of course physical contact is the most extreme. That might be a separate blog, but yeah, it's a really, really cool thing. I was also going to say, in business situations, when you're bowing, this is a big thing with business cards, with business. Let's say you come to Japan and you're looking to make a Japanese business contact. I'll give you a good example. Pull out my license. So I don't have a business card on me, but I'll pretend like, okay, so this is my my gaijin card here in Japan. And let's pretend like I was introducing myself and I have my business card ready and I'm making a business contact. What would be the best way to do it? Alright, here's a really fun, interesting thing. So make sure when you're showing it that you're showing it with all your information on the front. Okay, you're not showing the back. You're not like in the movies where you're like totally like, here's my card. Don't be doing that. You want to grab the tips out front, both hands in front of you. Okay, so you're showing your information, you have both hands on the card, and you're bowing at the same time, presenting it. Okay, so for example, there's somebody in front of me, I pull out my business card, and I would bow, and a good bow would be about, I'd say the 30-degree to 45-degree bow is a really good one. Bowing at 30 degrees, showing the business card, having them present it, or having yourself present it, and having them take it. Now at the same time, you're saying, there's common Japanese phrases. I would usually say yoroshiku onegaishimasu, and that just means kind of like a respectable, like, very nice to meet you, or, here I am, here's my card, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So bowing at the same time while presenting your business card is a huge plus. It's a big thing with in Japanese business culture. I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now, when you're accepting a business card, you do the same thing. You make sure you take it with both hands. Don't take it with one hand. Don't snatch it away. Bow at the same time and take their card. you should always have a separate, not wallet, but card-carrying case. One for your cards, and maybe a smaller one for cards that you receive. It's never good to put it in your pocket or put it in your wallet. Put it in a separate one showing that, okay, you matter to me. Okay, I will hopefully we might be able to do business in the future. So you want to be showing respect. It's a very respect-oriented culture. It's all about harmony. It's all about, really showing value about yourself as well as to other people. And it's mostly about the other person. There's a common, I've worked in Japanese companies here, and we talk about this. And in America, the customer is always right. That's the general philosophy. I'm not going to debate it. But that's the usual spiel. In Japan, the customer is God. I mean, it's a whole different level of customer satisfaction, customer relations, and they will do. I could tell you a bunch of stories. I'll give you one story. Basically, I was at this was amazing. I was late for a plane trip back to LAX. I was going to go see family, I think for Christmas or something. And I was late, and I was like, oh my God, the plane leaves in 20 minutes, and I'm at the counter. And I forget which airline it was. It was one of the Japanese-based ones. And, it was amazing. They will go out of their way to help a customer, no matter what the circumstance. So, for example, I'm late, and I was kind of like, hey, when's the next one? I doubt I'm going to make it. And they're like so surprised, and I'm like, would you like us to help you? And I'm like, of course. They stopped everything. They start running. They ran me with my bags. They were carrying my bags. This is girls, by the way, the flight attendant staff, running with my bags, using the staff metal detectors, going around the line, going through, getting a private one of those little things through the airport, hitching me on the ride through the airport all the way, and they're having, all the baggage claim guys, everybody halting to make sure that I get on the plane. I'm running down the thing, the hallway toward the plane, the little bridge there, and the baggage guys are right there, and everybody, the pilot's there, the captain of the plane. It was like, wow, what service, oh my gosh. And, they sit me down, and nobody's mad, nobody's like that. I mean, they might have been hiding it, but it was amazing customer service. And that was when I was receiving it. Now, I've had my experience where I have to be showing customer service, and that's another story. But the whole point of this, the entire situation all the way, by the way, when I was entering the plane, even though I was late and they were holding it for me, they're bowing. The baggage handlers, the flight attendants, the captain, when I walked up, they were bowing. When I was leaving, they were bowing. This is just customer service. Now, if it's important for customer relations, it's really important when you're meeting new people in general in Japan, in Tokyo. Whenever you meet somebody, you should be bowing. Now, in Tokyo, since it's an international city, and say if I was at a party or something, it's not going to be as common, of course. But in a business situation, it is a big deal. So remember those things about the different degrees. The deeper, the more respect you're showing. When you're presenting a business card, make sure that you are bowing with the business card. When you're receiving, make sure you're bowing as well, taking it, putting it in a separate container, and knowing that if you forget to bow, they're not going to hold it so much against you. They know that you're a foreigner. It's not going to be a big deal. But if you really want to make a really good first impression, I recommend getting this habit down. It's really going to blow their mind. I'm like, wow, this guy really appreciates our culture. It shows respect. And it's going to leave you a great first impression. All right, guys. Well, here's wishing you a lot of luck and a lot of good relationships to come. Drop me a comment or a question. I try to respond as much as I can. But yeah, have fun, make some new friends, make some new business contacts. All right, guys. Take care. Merry Christmas.